I was engaged to the mama of his child, and we were just having a good time, and was really getting ready to have a wedding, and the reception at Genghis Grill and everything was all set up. But unfortunately, she had fallen ill. COVID had got her, and then all of a sudden one day, she's just gone.
Joseph lays it all out for the judge. The loss, the responsibility he took on, the bond he's built, carefully painting the picture.
Hear that?
Yeah, but I mean, I had to take little Malaysia into my arms and try to explain things. I call him my little bit, because we just kicked it off right away.
To be fair, he's earned some ground to say he's the child's father. Maybe not by blood, but certainly by presence and effort.
Everything. I mean, I talked to the teachers. I got her on the after-school program. I mean, everything that I could possibly want to do for a child, I do for her.
Okay.
And so my thing is that, I'm doing all the things that a dad would do for his daughter. And little bit in me, it's like, hey, I mean, I might as well just go ahead and say that she's mine.
In the end, it all builds to his ask. He believes Kenny should contribute financially.
I feel like I take care of her.
Okay.
And since I figure I take care of her, then, then this cat over here, you figure that, that he's got something to say about it. When I've hardly seen him, granted, she's the child's daddy. I mean, yeah, every once in a while he'll come around. Every once in a while he'll...
Oh, so Kenny graces his daughter with his presence every once in a while? How generous. Should we roll out the red carpet next time?
What do you mean by every once in a while?
Oh, but every once in a while, it's like he'll come, he might honk the horn or whatever. He might ask her to come out. She'll come out. And see, and that's the one thing about her. She knows no strangers.
She knows no strangers? That's a poetic way to describe her actual father.
You called him a cat. I mean, what?
Oh, okay. All right, look.
So this is her dad.
This is her dad, yes.
Okay, so you're saying he's not doing all of the things that you're doing with Little Bit, right?
No, not at all. I mean, really.
And you know that for a fact?
Well, this is how I look at it.
And calling Kenny a cat might be accurate, but a bit harsh.
Man, if he was really taking care of his business, handling the business, then I wouldn't have any room to have proposed to Little Bit's mama. I wouldn't have even a place in her radar. But the fact that I did, to me, kind of says something. I mean, come on, man. It's like,
So let me ask my question again. Okay. You know this for a fact that he's not active in her life.
Okay, that's way out of line, dude. He better have some tough, concrete evidence to back his claims after this, because Kenny will surely come for him now.
Well, the one thing that I know,
okay,
is that a lot of things that she needs and that she likes and dislikes, he hardly knows half of that.
Joseph's out here bragging that Malaysia prefers him over Kenny, as if it's a popularity contest and he's just one prom king.
I mean, as far as... come on. I mean, it's
sir,
like...
give me 1 second. I'm about to have him wrap it up.
Okay, okay. Well, look, all I know is this. When it comes between me and him, she comes to me. When it comes
that you know of.
Yeah, that I see.
But even the judge had to tap the brakes. Claiming too much doesn't make Kenny disappear.
Every time that he comes, I give them their space, but I'm looking at her body language and she's like, man, when's this gonna be over? So it's like...
Yeah, because she ready to come home with her real dad.
No.
Seeing the two men about to lock horns, Judge Vonda B finally stepped in with a blunt response for Joseph before moving towards Kenny's side of the story.
Hey, Mr. Ward, give me 1 second. Your story was beautiful. It was very colorful. And that's not to say that you're being untruthful about anything. However, I would like to also hear from Dad, because as you know, there are always two sides to every story, well, really three, and the truth lies somewhere in between them, right?
That's right. Joseph may have taken care of Malaysia his whole life, for all he says, but there's got to be some extent to which Kenny was there too for his little girl that needs to be brought to light.
Give me a moment, and
Okay.
I'll go over to Dad.
All right.
Now, Dad, it sounds like, your daughter and Mr. Ward have a great relationship, but is it true allegations he's saying about you not being very active and involved.
All right, it's time for Kenny to spill some beans on the matter. Let's see what he has to say.
I see my child every time I'm off work, and every time I'm off, I go and pick her up, and she stays with me for the whole 4 days. I work 3 days on, 4 days off, and
Okay.
he knows it. And when we talk to her on the phone, she says he's too invasive. He always, what are you doing? What are you doing? And he always in her face and want to know
Like
this.
a helicopter dad.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Like a microscope. That's how she feels, and she don't like it.
So the moment Kenny opens his mouth, the kind, comforting figure of Joseph comes crashing down like a wedding cake.
As far as me and my child's mother splitting up, that was between us. That was years before she even met you, so you can't put that on me.
Well, you know what? I can't put a lot on you. I mean, yeah, okay, fine. You can call me helicopter all you want to, but you were not there when her mama died, man. You weren't there to have to console her when she was crying and didn't go to sleep. You weren't there. I was there.
Well, it's hard to take the high road when you're both throwing around blame like that.
You didn't
Where were
even
you?
tell me. I was at work. You didn't even
see,
tell
and
me.
see, that's the thing. You are always at work. You're always at work.
And see, here's the thing. I know there are a lot of emotions going on. I usually don't let people talk back and forth to each other.
Joseph acts like he's the hero, but then Kenny's got a point. If he wasn't even in the loop, how can he be held accountable? Seems like both of them missed a few chapters in this story.
I do understand the
I don't wanna talk to
underlying
him anyway.
issue here, especially with, your fiance passing away. I definitely understand that. I am just trying to get some clarity here because
Even the judge is confused. What to hear and what not to hear. Seems like she wants to head back to the main agenda without wasting another minute in court.
according to the paperwork that you filed, Mr. Ward, there is a court order in place.
Yes.
And it names your fiance as the custodial parent and dad as the non-custodial parent. And you are essentially trying to modify this order.
Joseph trying to rewrite the court order now that mom's gone feels a bit like showing up after the game's over and asking for a trophy.
Oh, yeah, because essentially, to me, I became the custodial parent.
Okay. And
granted,
you
yeah, okay.
understand how you feel is not what the law says, right?
I do understand that. But
Okay.
Your Honor, the one thing that I do know is that the custodial duties I have taken on, and I know it's not by emotion, and I'm not even just talking about emotion, I'm talking about my actions.
Sure, he's been there for the little girl and her mama in the hard times, but Kenny was next in line. You can't just swap out legal rights like they're seats at a dinner table.
Know me. The teachers call me.
Hold that thought. The teachers know you as well?
Yes, ma'am. Now, granted, he lives closer to the school, so he's up there just a little bit more than me. But anytime they call, I stop what I'm doing and I'm on the way.
Okay. All right. It sounds like he's pretty involved. And tell me some things you and your daughter do together.
Sounds like Joseph is just trying to hog all the glory and put Kenny on the sidelines while he gets Malaysia's custody and gets to collect the child support from Kenny as well.
The piano, I pay for her piano lessons.
Okay.
Some days when I'm off, I take her. He takes her other days. I pay for her to be in karate class.
Okay.
We go to Six Flags together. We go to skating together.
Okay.
I try to teach her how to bowl. We have fun. We go to my mom's house and I drop her off, and she enjoys spending time over there mostly.
All right.
To be honest, Kenny's not exactly out here dodging responsibility. He's been trying to show up even if he's not under the same roof. Joseph's version makes it sound like Kenny's a ghost, but reality seems a little less black and white.
So she has a good relationship with grandmother. It sounds like this child is just well loved all around with both sides. I mean, is there any chance of the two of you trying to get along
Not
to
at
make
all.
it work for?
Kenny's walking in with the calm of someone who knows the law's on his side.
The
She wants to
best
be
for
at
your
home
daughter?
with her dad, but he keeps saying, oh, she needs to be here, and my child's mother is no longer here, so I'm trying to get him to court to get full custody of my child
Okay.
all the way. So that's how that's gonna end. You're not gonna be around too much longer.
No, man, no.
He's the biological father, and the court has already named him next in line.
Talk me like that? No.
Well, neither one of you are going to talk to each other like anything anymore. I'm ready to make my ruling. I've heard what the both of you have to say. I understand that dad is pretty involved with the child. He's paying for teaching her how to skate, paying for karate. She has a great relationship with her paternal grandmother. It sounds like dad wants to be a part of the child's life.
The judge leans in with that calm, measured tone. The kind that says she's heard enough and already sees where this is going. And from the way she's laying out the facts, it's starting to look like this one's landing in Kenny's corner.
Mr. Ward, your heavy involvement with the child, you have a nickname for her, you all do things together, she loves ketchup, all about her nightlife and her sleep routines and everything like that. However,
that's right. Even if it doesn't go in favor of Joseph, let's take a moment to acknowledge Joseph. His dedication to raising Malaysia after her mother's passing isn't just noted, it's genuinely commendable, even if it might not change the final ruling.
That does not negate the fact of what the law says. The child was not left with you by dad. Her dad is still alive. Sounds like he's very active.
We all know where this case is heading. The obvious result to a senseless case lodged by Joseph as the judge prepares him for the worst.
Like he, is a deadbeat parent by any means. He is making the expenditures that any parent would do. And he also said he's trying to petition the court at some point to get sole custody of his daughter. So based on that, I have no other choice but to dismiss your claim because you do not have any grounds to be petitioning this court for child support.
There you go. Case dismissed right away. And let's not forget, even though the ball landed on Kenny's side of the court, Joseph still did a great job fostering her dead fiancé and her daughter as his own.
Is there anything further from
No.
either of you?
No.
Ma'am, I'm very happy with the
No.
verdict.
Okay. All right. Well, if there's nothing further, you all are
Suck it up.
dismissed.
Thank you.
What?
However, the law still stands taller as Judge Vonda B gave a verdict based on facts and sound judgment throughout the case.